Okay, to figure out which of these are going to be factors, what we really need to do is just be able to factor the quadratic equation. So I'm going to get everything on the same side. I'm going to have 2a squared. I'm going to subtract 3a and make that go away. You subtract it from 8a, you get 5a. I'm going to get rid of this 3 by adding 3. So you add 3 to the 15, and you're going to get negative 12. So if I move everything to the left side, and I have the right side equaling 0, that's what I'm going to have, 2a squared plus 5a minus 12. And now we're going to factor it. If you were solving it, you could solve it by quadratic formula or factoring, but right now we have to figure out which one of these are factors of this. So I'm going to look at the second sign here. That's a negative, and that means the signs are going to be different, so plus minus. And then, since we have a 2 here, we have to factor by AC method. So I'm going to take 2 times 12, and that gives me 24. And so now I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to give me 24. And then since the signs are different here, we are going to look for a difference of 5. So can you think of two numbers that multiply to give you 24 that have a difference of 5? If you want to pause the video and try to think about that, that's fine. But I'm going to tell you what those numbers are. It's 8 and 3. And since these signs are different signs, 8 and 3 has to have different signs. I want positive 5, so that means 8's going to be positive and 3's negative. And now we can rewrite this as 2a squared, and then I'm going to write this part down next, plus 8a minus 3a. And keep in mind, the 8a minus 3a makes up the 5a that you have up top. And then we're just missing the negative 12. So now we're just one step away. We can look at the first two terms here, and what can we factor out of those first two terms? I believe we can take out a 2 and an a. Now we have a left over from this term. Divide a 2a out of 8a, we have a plus 4. Now if you want to check to make sure this is correct, just take 2a times a, you're going to get 2a squared. 2a times 4, you're going to get 8a. So you can distribute the 2a back through to check to make sure you have the right expression. So now we want to factor out something out of these two terms so that we have a plus 4 left over. Well, I'm going to take out a negative 3. So that gives me positive a. That gives me a plus 4, and now it's factored. So in the negative sign, I'm going to put the 2a minus 3. In the plus sign, I'm going to put a plus 4. And now, do you see an a plus 4? Here's an a plus 4. And do we see a 2a minus 3? Yes, we do. So those are going to be your two answers.